other side of the warehouse to put the comp wall in. And it's an interesting place. The audience in front of the mats. And now the athletes will be introduced. Sota Amagasa down on the left-hand side. He's been away from comp climbing for a while. There is Sarato Anaraku, the young Japanese, becoming a legend only at 17. Yannick Fleury raises his hand to the audience, the power boulder himself. And then the tall Meiichi Narasaki. His brother didn't make it in, just outside of the top 6, but Meiichi will represent the Narasaki family. And then Jan-Luca Posch, well, what an incredible qualifying round that man had. We wondered if he ran out of steam. He didn't. He's in the finals. And finally, Jakob Schubert, very, very popular, as you can see, and he'll just be loving this. He's already qualified for the Olympics. All of this is just build-up for him.
Practice for him.
Yeah, and he looks relaxed to me as well.
Yeah, he often looks like he's having more fun than many of the other competitors. Probably because though he must eventually.
Wonder, I mean, who knows?
Though if he keeps winning, why bother?
Exactly.
Why retire? Yeah,
totally, 40 years old, totally. Still, I'd love it.
He'll be the Tom Brady of competition. I mean, he'll be 45, just still winning.
He'll be so good. I've got my fingers crossed.
I mean, I would love to see it as well.
Yeah.
It's inspiring for those of us over 30.
Exactly
So you see all the other qualified competitors are 16 to 21. You're like, man, am I past my prime?
Yeah, I hate the young and talented.
Jakob, and you're like, why is it tighter in the finals?
It's a good question. I don't know the exact rules. I think it's just to speed things along. And also, at this level, 4 minutes, they should be able to read the boulder. And look, this is this 3D render of the boulder. And Alex, you said something about like traveling 30 foot on this boulder. It's a long one.
Yeah, it's so long. I mean, the distance between the starting hold and the finishing hold is at least 25 feet. I mean, it's really tremendously far in a way that's hard to do justice looking at it on the screen like this. But laid out...
Basically 2.5 panels of wall they take up on that one. So you're right, it's massive. All right, well, it's time to get underway here in Salt Lake City. First athlete out, and it is going to be Sota Amagasa joining us on the stage. Faces the audience and then turns, and let's see what this man's got. And he's been away for a while.
Let's hope that he's feeling springy.
He better be, because he's going to have to jump his way across this thing.
Wait, was he the one that caught the one-legged squat in semifinals? Oh, wow.
What, the same?
And his knee broke it. Like, it was just an incredible one-legged squat.
All right, well, let's see what Sota can do. He's had one attempt here.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Around the corner, big fall. Ooh, that's nasty, actually.
No, that looked okay. Let's see about the third go.
Yeah, he gets going again. This swing, just building the momentum. That right leg runs, hits the black.
Oh, at that time he tried to stop on the black. Things possible. You know, the competitors are very strong, and they probably could, but that's not the intention.
Yeah,
that was perfect execution. That looked beautiful.
Now he can rest in the corner, rest his body and bridge.
Yeah, this is great. Wow, he really moved so quickly through that. That was impressive.
Huge trust now, but the foot bobbles and he falls.
Wow.
So let's briefly talk about the last hold. 2 hands and in control.
Yeah, let's see if he... So in this problem, specifically, the zone really separates the 2 different types carried right on through. But it seems like the second coordination problem is going to be maybe a little trickier and a little more footsy.
Yeah, it's one of those you've got to kind of calm. Yeah, sometimes you see the athletes drinking water, anything just to make
force them to stop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful when he does it.
Smooth as you can be.
That was butter.
Yeah, well. Right, 41 seconds. Sota fell on this white volume. Watch his right foot. Stays this time.
Oh, that was good execution. Are we allowed to clap on a live stream?
You can do.
I want to like cheer, but
maybe cheering not, but clapping, yeah, definitely.
That was really well executed.
That was good work from Sota. He's had this smile on his face the whole way through. No. It's like he's kind of, it should be a gateway to outdoor climbing. Like if you just do indoor climbing, it's a real shame almost.
Yeah, though, you know, when I was young, I climbed almost exclusively in the gym for 8 years until I was old enough to have a car and be able to travel and go climbing. And, you know, realistically, you can learn as much in the gym. You can learn everything you need to be a great climber indoors or outdoors, really. I mean, to be good outdoors, you do need a little more time on real rock, but all these moves do translate. You know, it's like any one of these competitors would be one of the best outdoor climbers in the world.
Absolutely, they just have to be indoors at the moment. All right, well, Sarato after that.
Make him run all the way around the competition wall again.
Yeah,
to see.
I don't know why they just make him wait and then come out the other gate.
But, you know.
Beyond us, we don't get this knowledge.
Oh, that was well done.
Yeah, it's a bit wild, wasn't it? But he made it work.
One arm.
So Sarato now stands up into the corner. has a look over on the right.
Yeah, nice checkpoint. Little opportunity to relax, compose, and set up for the last move.
And a little pier before sorting the feet out.
Oh, he's getting tricksome. Tricky.
And this is where his amazing ability to stick to volumes comes in here. But he's going to have to drop the left foot.
Wow. That was impressive.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that coming either. And it's funny because the route setters told us that that shouldn't be possible.
You were very, it's funny watching you, because when they were telling you, no, well, you know, anything's possible, in my head I was like, I've seen it happen so many times. Because the setters, like, let's have a replay of that. Watch. So he stuck that left foot up.
That was impressive. Yeah, this is not the intended way, but it sure worked really well. And he sure made it look great.
I thought there was a danger of him barn dooring when he dropped the left foot, but he controlled the movement so well.
Yeah, it's almost like he broke a really complicated move pieces and just did each one really nicely. Yeah. Dropped the foot as he started to move. He popped over, caught the hand, stuck the right foot, and it all worked perfectly.
Yeah.
It would take me at least 20 tries to learn how to do a move like that. And he just did it first try.
Yeah, the learning is crazy watching them. And often with a coordination move, they do have it in their body and then they can do it, but some just learn quicker.
Yeah, it's interesting because some of these coordination moves aren't the most physically challenging. I mean, obviously they're all challenging, but this isn't near their physical limit.
No.
But it's just testing how quickly they can learn the movement, how quickly they can execute the movement.
And Yannick there,
he just tried.
I think he thought he could maybe cheat it a bit.
Yeah, totally. That's the interesting thing between some of the...
Sorry, he wants to go kind of almost statically here, look. I'm not sure if that was a judge just called him off there for not being in a proper position.
But for the most part, it doesn't totally matter. The tops and the zones are the important thing, so if they spend a couple extra goes learning the moves here, it doesn't...
Then a rabbit hole the wrong way, you know, get drawn into the different way, and I'm glad Yannick's changed it up now. But that one hand, 25, yeah, so he's aging terribly. He's got to hurry up.
No, I just wonder because some of the... You know, he's not really young or old, so...
No, it's what makes kind of Jakob really impressive, the fact that he can do that.
Oh, that was good. He got this one away because he almost certainly knows that the other two competitors have topped this boulder, so he feels the pressure that he has to do well on it.
Yep, and he's then got to walk back knowing he might not have done.
He's more intense than semifinals because he's the only person in the whole audience out there just watching him try this one boulder.
Exactly. Oh, that was wild, and he missed it.
Yeah, it's interesting actually because his last attempts as well, he's been hitting with the right hand but kind of missing with the left, so he's just not quite nailing the coordination. Which is certainly no judgment on my part because there's no chance I could do this move.
Throwing himself at this 3.5 minutes, hasn't given himself much of a break, and it's because he needs the zone. He knows everyone else. Oh, and he's getting further away though.
Well, now he's...
A very good competition, by the way.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like,
Some are bad.
This is pinnacle here.
Oh, yeah,
because
good.
Sometimes we get boulders that are good, but there's only one way to do it. And what's been great about semi-finals and finals, we have all this. It's pretty special. So if you're watching at home,
appreciate this.
Yeah, appreciate this. This is awesome stuff.
Yes, send a tip to the route setters.
Or us.
No, not me.
I'd like a tip. Send it along. Cookies will do.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, the route setter's working hard. Right, Meiichi Narasaki. Let's see what he can do. He's got a different kind of length, this man.
Oh, and he just made that look so... Yeah, he almost looked like he was almost like what climbers call dead pointing, kind of like standing to something as opposed to wildly dynoing past it. Oh, and now he's trying the static method. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to project for competitors, but I do feel like there's a vulnerability almost in these paddle-like as you're flying out of control, and I often found that if there's any way to sort of...
Athletes, for the women, does that kind of thing, you know, she just does something ridiculous, but it works for her. But Meiichi, I think he needs to go back to the flowing jump around the court. All of the athletes were in the gym next door to here, and he was doing the biggest jumps I think I've ever seen in a commercial gym. It was insane.
Oh, that was it. He's coming together.
I mean, there's a couple of slabs, a couple of coordinations, but the moves within it are exciting to see. That's our crowd. They've been filtering in. It's a sold-out venue. Tickets have been hot property, and Meiichi's in.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
Oh. Yeah,
I
feel like he needs another 10 seconds to chill, but he must be feeling the time pressure.
He knows he's got to go now. Has he learned? Yes, better.
Oh. This is interesting.
Time is one of those factors. You know, I've known there's been finals problems that have been graded maybe 7A, but it's the weirdness and the time that makes such a big difference. And Meiichi, though, much better.
That was nice.
He's got one go at this.
You could see the learning.
30 seconds.
And look how big he is. He's stemming off the other foot that nobody else touched.
Yeah, he's a tall man.
I wonder if he's going to be able to span out to blue.
No!
Oh.
He's going to run back, but...
He doesn't have time. He can't do it.
Surely not.
But you got to respect the effort.
He's not giving up, but he is done now.
That was an incredible effort.
I'm almost surprised he didn't stick that last crimp, because he had it pretty good with the right. Yeah, let's see if this is the replay of it. So let's watch where his hand ended up. Now we wait for Jan-Luca Posch to come out into the stadium.
Jan-Luca?
Yeah, he's come close, but never quite this close. He was 9th in Gaichao. He was 6th in the Neon Masters, which was a smaller field, but we were talking, myself and Alana, during the semis, because you see a lot of athletes do incredibly well in the qualifying, then almost run out of steam as they get through the competition.
Do you think because they get more fatigued or because of nerves and stress?
I think a bit of that, and they're maybe not as experienced.
Oh.
But he is just on form right now. And he's trying the
more controlled way, and then they find that they can't, so they go big.
Yeah, and then they would have chatted about the possibility of it, but...
Yeah. Actually, that is. I wonder if they did. I wonder if they all had theorized that that's the way.
They knew the setters would have tried to avoid that.
I looked at that crimp and I was like, well, can't use that. Oh, wow. He actually did look like he wastes 2 minutes trying a way that's just not really going to work.
Yeah.
But you never know, because if he does it, then we'll both eat our words.
Yeah, exactly. And it's happened to me many times.
Oh, wow.
Did he avoid it all? Wow.
That's what it looked like. Well, that's a new method again.
Yeah.
We're both...
Things happen very quickly sometimes.
Yeah, we need like a live comment stream so we can see what other people...
Oh, he is avoiding it?
Yeah, he is avoiding it. It's hard to imagine that that's easier, but I think watching this on the screen, it's important to remember that each of the competitors is a totally different size and shape. And so the dimensions...
When you see them standing next to each other, it's the arm.
How tall is Meichi?
Because he's tall. Yeah, Meichi is tall, so Meichi's 188.
Okay, well...
But with a big swing, if you...
Trying a totally different approach.
All right, he goes again with a minute and a half on the clock. 2 hands on, swings, kicks into the wall.
Good catch.
Good work from Jan-Luca Posch as he rocks
with
up
a new
on that
method
slab.
again. I love seeing new methods every time. It's so impressive. Now he's got a little checkpoint and try to compose. Yeah, nice and relaxed. Oh, that was good. It looked like he didn't quite nail the good part of the finishing hold. He was a little high. No, it's pretty dramatic. I really enjoyed the semifinals.
Yeah, it was spectacular. Go back and watch that.
Oh, that was really good.
Now, don't rush it. He's got plenty of time. 26 seconds is a lot. Right foot on the white volume, trying to find some rubber. Heels way down as much possible. Looks around the corner. It is blind until he sees it. 2 hands, gets it. Can he hold the grip?
Oh, that was so good. That time he was on the good part of the hole too, and it looked like it was his to have.
Well, the Austrian coaches cheer him on, and Jan-Luca Posch will leave the stage with a zone, which is vital at this point, just staying in touch with the leaders. And we've got one final.
So close.
You can see the skid mark down the wall where people's feet have.
Have your final score.
Something.
Yeah. Anytime you do a 360 on a problem, you take one attempt off.
I'm down. IFSC, if you're listening, come on, sort it out. All right, Jakob Schubert.
Jakob.
He is. Yeah, so he's qualified for the Olympics already. He was in China, just kind of having fun, really, and looked very relaxed.
How do you do in China?
Pretty well. Like, he was good, lead especially. And the lead is kind of his specialism, so to come out and blast it here and boulder is really impressive.
He looked incredible in the semifinals.
Yeah,
now
there you go.
5 out of 6 of them haven't been able to do it, it does imply that it's probably not that easy to do.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, that's how I normally feel, because they don't know anything about climbing.
Yeah, well, maybe. But this is a different kind of sport, isn't it? Like this style of climbing. And it's not a bad or good thing, it's just different. What makes our sport so good. Tomorrow, if we have some time. So do subscribe to our YouTube daily show for that one.
If you want to see Alex break both his ankles and wreck his shin sliding down a volume.
I wrote you an email suggesting that, and I didn't quite know how to phrase it. Yeah, it does. I mean, there's hours of dedication poured into this. Jakob, with his classic tongue out the side of his mouth move, swings around the corner.
Oh, really good. That's incredible. And that's what I'm saying, how quickly they learn. Because his first go looked I mean, I don't want to say uncoordinated, but it looked clumsy.
No, he's flailing.
Yeah, and now just so poised.
Yeah, look at that.
And that was only 1 minute ago.
And he's putting that foot up like Cerato did.
Oh, wow.
Right, so he's stretching. He's not entirely comfortable, but he's made it work.
Wow.
But has he got the range on this crimp? He can't really see it from here. Jakub takes a moment, drops the foot, grabs the crimp. No, peels off.
Wow, he also looked a little high on that edge.
That was this comp, so you might as well leave all the skin on the wall.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, break yourself. Right, Jakub goes again.
Still got 3 problems to go.
That's a good point. Oh, back to being a bit wild. 36 seconds. But he got the zone. That's important, sitting in third because of countback. Right, starts this swing. Better from Jakub.
Wow.
Speeding through now. Rocks up towards the zone hold.
Wow.
He'll have time for just a breath, but he'll have to go.
My hands are sweating.
Oh, it's so intense, isn't it? And is he going to get the foot up? Because that took him time. He's only got 10 seconds. He can't. He's just got to do it. No, he's going to put the foot. 5 seconds. He'll hear the buzzers. This is a real last chance. He's got it, and he has got it.
Wow. Incredible. And you can hear the crowd going wild.
Oh, that is as close as you get, and that is brilliant
so
from Jakub.
Wow.
And that must have been right on the buzzer. It should be. I mean, someone's going to be cool when you fail.
Exactly.
But that was the attempt. Look straight to the judges. His eyes been appealed
amazing.
Yet. So that hasn't been updated.
Yeah.
Why is it like
that?
That's
updated.
Yes. Our next boulder, shall we? The nasty holds involved in this one. But you start on the right.
Worst hold. The zone hold is a non-hold.
Yeah, they did tweak. We'll talk about what they've changed, because in the middle, you see that black crimp on the left? There's now a blocker there placed just to make it a bit harder to be able to lock it.
Yeah, because it didn't look hard enough before, huh?
No.
Just had to make it a little harder.
Far too easy. I would have cruised it. And then slopey holds, an undercling, a top hold.
Quintessential classic power boulder.
Yeah.
So a little more pure strength, less coordination, less wild dynamic.
The first boulder when the athletes haven't climbed it yet.
Well, the setters have climbed on it, and part of that, I think, is psychological. I mean, the climbers want to know that it's clean.
Yeah. Now, that's the blocked hold, the one he's got with his left, and he cut loose on it as well.
Yeah, and the setters even talked about how they had to do that move a particular way, and they suspected that the competitors would be able to do it. Yeah, he just has to try again. And on that first attempt, he only did 3 moves, but, man, 3 really hard moves.
Yeah, you're going to have some numb fingers after that.
Unlike he already cleaned up his method from the first go. Oh, wow.
And that slope is terrible.
Yeah, that's the worst hold. I couldn't even believe it.
And now he's got to go to an undercling as well.
Oh, wow. Everything we see in winning this comp, obviously always matters a little bit, but is probably not their real goal for the season.
Yeah.
But 100%, you just bear down, and then on the second go, you find that your fingers just don't quite have the same, though, I stand corrected, because he's a boss. Look at that.
Yeah, flicks in. Gets the heel up towards the sloper. This next move, though, is hard.
I think he needs to raise his foot.
Oh, he can't save that.
But always good to try your best.
And he's zoned on it already, so there's not a huge amount to be gained if he can't get to the top.
Though I feel like all the competitors are always going to bet on themselves, like believe in themselves. Okay, here we go. Still going on the low foot, but yeah, see, he needed the high right.
The heel into.
Yeah, that's just tension in his hamstrings, just pulling with his leg. Just tightness in the whole body. Impressive.
All right, Sato and Raku, always calm, comes out, lays that mat down, that towel, because as you can see, very, very chalky here. We have people with Ghostbuster-style hoovers who clean the floor.
I was like, what?
That's what I thought the second I saw it. Oh, left hand.
Trying a whole new method.
That means he's got to, cross underneath, and then, he
interesting. What, unusual.
Well, he managed to save the attempt, and look how strong Cerato is through here.
That just looked casual for him.
This is where he's so good.
And he has the high right foot, so.
Yeah.
Easy. Oh.
He's getting the range. I think he'll get it next time.
Yeah, he just learned a lot. Only 40 kind of a crowd, like this kind of pressure. I mean, this is intense.
But it's bizarre to him. you talk about pressure as well, considering what you've done. Yeah, and I know it's different.
Yeah, it's totally different.
It's so
though.
interesting,
Yeah.
I think.
But any pressure I've faced as a climber is always self-selected, self-chosen.
Mm-hmm.
As you choose the day, you know that you're peaking, this is your moment. But to have all these people screaming at you, and to know that all these other people are trying to beat you, it's just, I don't know, it's a totally different kind of pressure.
It is. It's just wonderful to hear you talk about it. It's lovely to have you here to breach that gap. It's great. Right, what can Sarato do? He's got 2 minutes on the clock here. Up with the right hand, locks that crimp off.
I'm not sure what was different about the attempt that he just made and why it didn't work for him, and then this looks so easy again.
Yeah.
That probably says more about me as a climber than him, that I can't tell what the difference is and like why it's easy. He's having a hard time like getting it high enough into it.
I think you need a 200 and then divide it by 100 and 100.
Okay.
But what you do see, because there's two zones, you'll find that the athletes are like climbing right up to the very last second. They might have got the first zone, but they haven't got the second one yet. Whereas in this format, they tend to rest a little bit more and save themselves.
Though I kind of prefer any format that optimizes for just max effort, where they just go right up to the end as hard as they can go. I can't believe he's just hanging on that slope with one hand. Oh, wow, that time he tried the right foot through.
Yeah.
But still didn't work.
And the right will allow him to kind of have opposition to the left hand.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but just didn't quite happen.
So Sarato goes with just a zone. And right, it's fascinating what they're doing back there. All right, Yannick is out. We feel like he might enjoy this one.
This is certainly an opportunity for him to shine.
It is. So he dumps.
The next round of comps.
I can't wait for Yannick to hear that comment. It's going to be brilliant. Yeah, the haircut is new. I was a bit shocked.
Oh yeah.
I think it suits him. Looks like.
I think it looks strong.
Yeah, it does exactly.
Yeah, it definitely looks strong.
And he's got stacked. I said it in the semi-finals. He's massive at the moment.
You mean muscular?
Yeah, muscular, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that hop with the left foot.
That is very nice.
And he hasn't brought the right foot up to the higher one.
Oh, wow. He looked like he could almost stick that without the foot.
For Yannick, this is an important boulder. He didn't zone in the first one.
Yeah. If he wants to do well, he has to do this boulder.
So pressure time for Yannick Fleury. 2 minutes 22 on the clock. Just stretches and hops again with the foot.
That is a nice way to do it, though. It's very elegant. Strong.
He's doing the same thing, isn't he? But
I tried to get the foot on at least. Positive things like, but they're not really allowed to talk.
They're not allowed to talk, and this is the thing, they've got to be very, very careful, especially if they're not speaking in English, and there might be questions about it. So generally the coaches will stay pretty quiet.
But will they say things like, good effort or...
Yeah, they'll encourage.
But even that is tricky because if it's code for that's the correct beta, then... Yeah, wow! Oh, so close. Almost had it with that foot. He was yelling things like, move with confidence. And this isn't code, it was not competition. There's nothing like bad about this. But basically the things he was saying sort of had certain meanings, like, like you're doing well, keep moving quickly, like flow through this, as opposed to other things like relax, might like slow back down. Basically.
That's a shame because he changed his foot. He did put the right
foot the higher foot.
And it was better, I think.
Yeah.
He fired off with the left. I think he's burnt himself. Yeah, he has.
That was... It's interesting, though, because he looks...
It is a shame. Well, Yannick didn't get it done, and he is in some trouble now. It's time to turn our attention to Meiichi Narasaki, who runs out 24, the tallest athlete in this final. 2 silver medals already, no gold to his name.
Do you think this is his chance for gold?
I can't call a winner from this. I mean, Jakob's in form, but who knows?
Yeah, Jakob's looking great. But the other problems are so unusual as well that anybody could do them. Or nobody could do them.
Yeah. Nice to see. Oh, cuts loose.
What poise.
Yeah, incredible. And with that, immediately kicks in. And that's why they blocked that hole.
But that was directly to the correct foot at least. So you tell he has the right idea. Oh, is he allowed to start that way? Oh, wow.
Because of the zone is... oh my God, my throat has gone... I'm going to let you talk for a sec.
Wow. That's interesting. He's tall enough that he was able to skip the starting move, which does feel slightly unfair in a way, but then now you see him struggling to...
Run down the clock like that.
Yeah. Confidence, but maybe also just strategy in a way. You know that you don't have 2 good burns anyway. Like, why? Strong.
Yeah, look better this time. Just. holds that. Drops the toe back down.
Yeah,
this
he
is
needs that.
interesting.
He's trying to keep his feet on. Smart. He got the right foot up. Oh, he tried to go to the bottom part of the hold and stick the bottom of that sloper, which the route setters did say was a possibility, but it doesn't seem like the best way.
No, it's not the good part of the hold. It's more of a sinker when you go into the undercling. It's a hard job.
That's the hard job with route setting, is to differentiate between the best climbers in the world, because there's such a fine line in between these competitors.
Yeah, exactly. Right, Jan-Luca Posch out 26.
And, you know, of course, the qualifiers as well. You know, just, oh wow, he's trying to backward.
Yeah,
that
reverse grip.
That looks gross.
Yeah, oh,
wow.
Elbow.
Oh, wow. Oh, God.
That's savage.
Oh, God. That makes me never want to try that boulder properly.
Yeah, apologies about not being particularly expressive there, but we both were just...
That was horrifying. Wow. He looked great, though. But, All
right, so he approaches again. Let's see. Is he going to do it?
Oh,
yes, he is.
No, he's doing it again. His thumb is backward. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That is a backward thumb.
It's a magic trick in the boulder
Oh, my gosh.
Right, he creeps
that
around
must
the
be
corner.
something that he's uniquely good at, or, you know, accustomed to using to his advantage.
Well, if he wins, you can ask him.
No, I hope so. I hope he wins.
All right, pressing him with that right toe, though. He hasn't upgraded the right foot yet. Comes up into the undercling.
But
Holds it for a sec.
Didn't even move that left foot up, though.
No.
It's hard to imagine sticking that without getting the foot.
Edge, just in case. Oh, he goes again.
Wow. No, this must be something that he does routinely, that he's good at, because that is very unusual.
Right, hits the block crimp, adjusts the feet. So
looking
far,
very smooth. Definitely has learned from his previous attempts.
He's going left
he's
first.
trying something different.
It's going to push him away doing that.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but not the way. And sadly, no more time for another attempt.
Yeah, I think he was looking for almost like a bit of a cheat because he was getting tired with it and wanted sort of a change up in the move.
Yeah, it's interesting that it seems like most of the competitors have been reluctant to use the high right foot to jump up into the hold, and yet it seems like that's the way.
Yeah, I think so. That noise, by the way, is Landor Gaydorsch's dad, who has a, I don't know what it's called, but it's like an air raid siren thing.
Yeah. Who's Lando?
Landor is a very good young comp climber and ice climber. But last year they were outside in the field and they were making so much noise, it was brilliant. This year they're inside making even more noise.
Notice that he used those starting holds differently again. Each competitor has done a different thing to get off the ground.
Different feet as well.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, smart, the match, exactly the right position. Oh, he went for the low sloper. It looked like if he'd gone for the high sloper.
Yeah, electric's a very route setter terminology. It's what they to talk amongst themselves to describe certain sequences and moves. Big drop knee there.
Yeah, I feel like of sports that spectators watch, I feel like climbing might be one that's very underappreciated. I suppose any sport when you get to elite. Okay, there he goes.
Higher with the hand.
Oh.
I thought he was in.
Yeah, he felt that. You could see that he found, just what's going on. Because you're like, oh, he's climbing. And you're like, yeah, but they're all climbing and they're all doing it so differently.
Yeah.
And they're all doing it somewhat differently than intended.
Has he got the power? It's so physical. He came close, but he's got to recreate all of this again.
And yet, looking even smoother.
Yeah, this is the move. Come on, Jakob. Yes,
no. Almost.
Well, it's not going to be on this one, but boy, that was close. But he's still in touch.
Yep. That looked as close as anyone has looked.
Not quite. Well, Sorato still out in front, followed by that man, Jakob Schubert, then Sota Amagasa. That's our top three. Those are the podium places at the moment. Jan-Luca Posch, though, in touch with this next boulder. There it is. It's wild. It's neon pink and yellow. And
again, these graphics really don't do justice to how far the boulders travel, because these panels are quite long. And so the competitors are moving really quite far across the wall.
Yeah, all the way.
I mean, this volume there on the right is the biggest hold I think I've ever seen in real life.
Yeah, massive.
I mean, it's huge. It's
it
a
must
humongous volume. Yeah, it must be very expensive.
Yeah. And then, you finish at the top. And the 180 move is down at the bottom into that massive pink hold.
I've never seen any move like this in real life, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing the competitors try to do it.
Yeah, and I think because when it first came onto the scene, people didn't know what to do. But then they went away and learnt it, and I think they've seen it. But a mantle, this is more like normal.
This is normal climbing. That looked smooth, beautiful.
But the fact there's a huge, he's not going to do the big jump, is it? He is.
Oh, no.
Well, that's the wrong method.
Yeah, well, it's not the intended method, but I could sing on Earth.
Yeah. I love this mantle, though. You so rarely see a mantle.
They're trying to figure out who's been doing tricep day.
Yeah. He's still
maybe they didn't nail it. Maybe the... Oh, wow. I wonder if...
Hole's been covered in rubber. You can't see it here, but there. Can you see how much rubber? That's very deliberate. So it's...
But you could also imagine that rubber being from the stem once you stick the left foot jumping the way he is and then kicking the right foot back. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. And he actually looked pretty good like that.
Yeah.
I think that's the way. And so what he's trying is, I mean, very unconventional in a way because it's insane, but this is slightly more normal.
Yes.
He's jumping to the hold that's facing towards him.
I'm really hoping now you don't try to put 180s in.
Yeah.
No, yeah, just because you've seen it, Alex.
Yeah. No, this is really going to broaden my repertoire.
Oh, please no. I can't handle it. Right, well, he hasn't changed his method yet. Oh, and he's made it work.
And he stuck that. Wow. Well, there you go. What do the setters know about climbing?
Exactly. Now, he's standing on a very small jib that's kind of into
the tiniest
crack.
foothold.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's aiming his foot around a corner to stand on a very small hold.
And there's another jib above it you can just see there. So he's got two things to stand on, but it's quite blind.
I think that this may be intended to go on the foot on the one that we can see and then step through to the second foot. But he's kind of going to the second one directly and then trying to come in.
No, I think
he looks very composed, so he's got a plan.
That's the jib we're talking about. Yep. Great shot, guys.
Stepping into that, that's perfect. And now the left footer on the corner is supposed to be blind, and he can't quite lean out to see it, and he's almost touching it. That's so close.
He's got to slide that foot down the no-tex to find it. He
missed it.
Couldn't get it.
Oh. Yeah, he just can't see it, and his foot just be taxing. Not like the last problem.
Yeah, so the mantle's pretty easy.
He can try again while they're brushing. He's just like, may as well get right back up there. Move. Look, I mean, that literally took him 3 seconds to get back in position. Oh, wow.
Another brilliant
we should remember that the Soto's the one who did that incredible one-legged squat save in the semifinals. Are we allowed to pull up instant replays ever? Because that was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
There's a few things from the semis you should go back and watch if you're listening to us talking. Oh, that was close. He gets it.
Oh, and then he paused on it, too. He almost managed to stick it. Oh, is he trying again? Good for him.
I just wanted to see him do it with this method.
Yeah. 30 seconds. Man, that mantle is looking faster and faster. Wow. It's just incredible how well he's learned that move.
Yeah, kicking the right foot on the wall as well to stop the momentum is clever.
They must practice rapid-firing boulders like this. I mean, I suppose every time you do a competition, you practice it, but...
They have simulations where they work on stuff like this as well. And it's one of the great things about the TC where we are is they have... So, for example, there's a no-foot slab out the back where they just do... no-hand slab.
Yeah.
So
that's just... And, I mean, he's catching the no-tex while half his hand was on the textured part, half was on the non-textured part. And he just misses it. This is where you need something like those little mirrors, like on Blind Alley, his body far enough back to see the foothold.
I'd love to see an athlete sort of
like a little periscope. Yeah, a little periscope. You just stick it out so you can guide your foot down.
All right, Sir, let's see what you can do. Yeah, and we're expecting him to maybe try the same thing. They read it together. They speak the same language. Maybe this is what he'll try too. A little more awkward from Serato with this.
Yeah, not looking quite as good on the mantle. Jeez.
And remember, Soto's a very good outdoor climber, and Serato less experienced, so maybe.
Yeah, he's probably never done a move that easy in a competition before.
What is this?
I mean, that first move is by far the easiest thing that they've done in this competition.
Yeah. He goes for jump too.
Oh, wow. And even more wildly, even as a bigger jump.
Yeah. He's trying to bring...
This isn't at all what the setters expected, and yet they're all doing it a totally different way. Which is surprisingly similar to the outdoor climbing experience. When you establish new routes outdoors, you always clean the route around, make sure there are no loose rocks. You have sort of a plan. You expect people will try to climb it a certain way, and then the very first person you see climbing it just grabs some random thing 2 meters to the left, and you're like, oh no. That's like, you just never know what other climbers will come up with. Yeah. It's really hard to anticipate.
And sometimes they're screaming in frustration because there's a very easy way to do a boulder the athlete hasn't seen.
But that, in some ways, is the challenge of being one of the strongest climbers in the world, is sometimes you do just try to overpower things, or they think it's supposed to be hard because it's the finals in a World Cup. And, this is a challenging boulder for sure, but it's not necessarily supposed to be as hard as they're making it.
Well, there's a very famous last year in Hachiyochi, the first comp of the season. There was a move none of the athletes had done before, and everyone fell off it. And then once they were told, Mejdi Shark did it in his trainers afterwards. Like, it was probably 6A according to the setters, but they just didn't know how to do it. So yeah,
that's so interesting.
Happened. few in semi-finals, and in finals we'll give you jumps and then one hand crack, so you can just
Dude,
jump.
one of the last competitions I did was I think it's Masters of Bouldering in Santiago in Chile, and I was there. It was a North Face event, and so I was there with Cedar Wright, and the setters intentionally set basically a hand crack problem for the 2 trad climbers as sort of a consolation prize, and it was basically the only thing that we could do because we couldn't touch any of the other boulders.
Oh, Serrato's
wow. Oh wow, good balance.
Yeah, he makes it work. Now, crimping the edge there, it's been left deliberately for the fingers.
And he stuck that differently than Sota.
Yeah, almost like
right foot back on the other
onto
side.
it, yeah. Look how bad that sloper is at the top as well.
Yeah, it's really not a hold. It's just a place to pause, to like find balance. Oh wow, and he just found that foot perfectly.
Such good accuracy from Serrato. One move away now. Haven't had a top in a while. Is this going to be it? It should be. It is.
Oh, good control.
And Serrato has a long moment facing the wall, breathing deeply. That is massive for the score. He was on top, and he's extended that lead now.
That's really good. And the other competitors will know that he is pulling away.
Yeah, they'll hear the cheers. And more time for him to rest time. That was the jump to begin with.
This is so wild. Wow. I mean, just the ankle strength.
Yeah.
You know, like this, just catch something one-footed.
Quick match at the top. Good work.
Backstage.
Yeah. All right, Yannick. Well, he's behind at the moment. He does need something big here. And this is where we get to see this whole European language thing, is whether they've seen it different.
Yeah, let's see if the non-Japanese speakers chose a different way to do this.
He's having a long look at it for sure.
He's probably trying to, like me, just like, what are these holes? He's like, surely not.
He gets stood up into the mantle, holds the bucket of a jug there. Oh, he's
trying different things.
I think he wants to stand on it. No, he's going to spring off it? No.
Okay. Similar move, but different approach. Does every comp have this degree of variation?
No, it doesn't. Like, it depends. Like, this has been fascinating because of that. Yeah, I mean, it's a hard thing to do, and often it kind of happens by accident that climbers find ways through it.
Wow. Wow. That to me looked way too springy, and then he almost stuck it. So maybe like a gazelle on the, being hunted by that cheetah print. Yeah. About to be eaten by that cheetah print slab.
There's a whole zoo going on here.
This is. Wow. You see that he just did the mantle without even using the jug.
Yeah. He's got some strong legs. All right, cross feet.
Okay.
Starts this spring. Let's watch his height.
Wow.
Perfect.
That was springy. Oh, wow. Speed climbers warming up. Is that?
Yeah, so the speed climbers are warming up next to us here, and that is coming right after this competition.
That was a display of athleticism.
Oh, it's amazing. If you haven't seen it before, their warm-up is crazy. Right, Yannick getting his feet on that tiny jib that's there. Stiff shoes in order to make that work.
Looking very well composed. Let's see if he can find that blind left foot. Oh, really nicely placed.
If you'd watched Yannick a couple of years ago, like the progress he's made on moves like this has been incredible.
But you can see that he's still trying to crimp the back of that volume.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to find any kind of hold. He really just needs to trust that left foot, ease onto it, press up. Though that's easier said than done.
Yeah, he's not 100% comfortable, is he yet?
No, he just wants something to hold.
Yeah.
But really, this is designed to be a no hands, just stand up move on the foot. Here he goes, pushing.
And once he committed, easy.
And he's back in.
And the fact that I know that the fact that's a slab, he will just be delighted. Saggy, his coach, will be going crazy.
I mean, he should be proud of himself. That was a good way to do it. He looked great.
Yeah. Again, it's the spring off the wall.
So high, so bouncy.
It's like a ballet move.
That is, I mean, except a ballet move where if you don't stick it, you're going to lose all your teeth on some terrible hold.
That's how he should get better at ballet. Give him a
that's incentive. The kind of move where he risks breaking his glasses.
Glasses is kind of his trademark, really.
Oh yeah. I feel like it'd be your kryptonite with all the
he leads
coordination
climbs
moves
with them as well.
Oh yeah. was the bounciness and the jumping, I feel like.
Yeah.
Or he needs or does he have Crocs, or what are they called? The thing, what are the
connector
what are they called? The things that hold them on the
I
back?
know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like you put them on boats. So
Yeah,
you don't drop your
exactly.
sunglasses. Yeah.
Exactly. Because when you're doing some 30-foot long paddle run and jump.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I don't think so. Oh, now Meichi making it look he's taller and is more awkward, but
I wonder if he's just going to try to span over there.
I think he is. Yeah, he's doing it right. This is the intended beater.
Oh, kind of. We'll see.
He's doing it very statically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And look how much easier it is.
And the crowd goes wild because it looks amazing.
But when he left the stage after the observation, he was doing that spin.
Yeah,
That's why I
it's
was
interesting
amazed.
that no one else tried it.
No.
Though he did look tall enough that he was able to almost reach his foot over there statically. And then this move also, it looks like you can just, you can just look over and place the foot. Oh, so precisely.
He's got a toe on now. He's just got to rock and commit. Hits the left hand, brings the right in, and a flash.
That was beautiful.
This is what's so cool about this sport. The fact that they can throw themselves at it, jumping over, doing the wrong way, and then come and do that, flash it first time. It's a different boulder.
Yeah. Though, again, it did kind of look easier being taller.
Yeah. Why is that?
Almost always. Well, it's hard to say because being tall on an overhang is tough because you have more leverage. It's harder to keep your center mass close to the wall. Mm-hmm. It requires more core tension. But on a slab, because all your weight's on your feet, the added height, the added leverage isn't a disadvantage in the same way that it could be on an overhang.
That makes sense. Okay.
So, I don't know, on something like this, I mean, that just looked like he was able to put that left foot over there so nicely. Whereas, Sota and Serato really had to lean, and sort of almost fall their foot over there.
Well, here's another tall man. Has he read this spin move? Let's see.
Austria talked about this the same way.
Yes.
And he's mantling it the other direction. Yeah. Not a big difference, but interesting that he chose to go the opposite direction than the other guys.
He is going to do it. Oh, maybe not.
Now he's reflecting. Oh, wow.
So stemming,
that's a totally different way again.
Yeah. But because of the distance, I think it looks jumpable.
I think the whole 180 spin twist thing is such an improbable, bizarre move that you'd have to have a tremendous amount of confidence to decide I'm going to be the guy that just jumps face out towards the crowd.
Yeah.
It's just slightly embarrassing if it's not the way.
Yeah.
Oh, almost found the balance there.
But it is something in bizarre positions because they knew the setters would bring it back. So it's in their head. But yeah, on something like this, it's never been done like this.
How much do you think they rehearse specific moves like that?
Endlessly.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Until it's locked in.
Nice. Wow. And again, sticking it a completely different way.
Yeah, bridging across. Well,
we've seen so much variation on these problems.
Finds the jib,
Nice.
kind of toe locks almost in there.
Yeah, looks very composed. Now just has to switch the feet. It almost looks like his one foot, because it's facing up so much, is blocking the other foot that he has to bring in to match.
I think you're right, and he's going to maybe bring that.
Yeah, he's trying to find room for his feet.
Yeah.
Oh, he's found it. No, he's there. He's doing great.
Almost, now
Yeah, that was actually just hard to tell from the camera angle. Oh, he's so close. Oh, he's missing it. There it is. Wow. Yeah, he had enough control there to try for that foothold 3 times.
This is going to be quick if he can get this done. Reaching up, dragging that right foot up, a cheetah
Nice
hold,
job.
top.
Yeah, he's psyched.
Like the 3-part celebration there.
That's really good.
And did you see the scoreboard? Meichi was bumped up into second after his send of that. That's all change at the moment. All right, last athlete to go on this boulder, and then one final one to go, and it's all to play for at the moment.
Yeah, he didn't stick with that.
Yeah.
The other one, he was slightly closer to the wall. Wow, yeah, look how close his chest stayed to the wall the whole time, just an inch away. Oh, he's crimping the bolt holes, it looks like.
Yeah. They can do that. Well, we saw Brooke Rabbit a few years ago stand in one of those. It's crazy. Okay, Jakob Schubert, let's see what you can do. Now, this is a truly new school move in every sense. So, has Jakob got that instinct to be able to sense this?
Yeah, though, only Meichi has done it as the new school way. Everybody else has done it as some variation of, I mean, it's still not quite old school, but slightly more conventional ways.
Jakob is making a meal of the mantle, though. Tried to palm on the left. And now he's sitting on it. Well, it wasn't pretty, but he's up.
Yeah, but you get it done.
Yeah, and he's going to go for it, I think.
He's getting set for the 180 twist, but now he's second guessing.
He's thinking about the jump. He's thinking about spanning it.
He's weighing his options. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he kind of missed the left foot there, went on the no-texy part. And spot was chalk. Oh, yeah. Chalk.
Yeah. That's interesting, though, because we kind of saw this on problem 1.
All right, here he goes again. Well, actually not much prettier.
No, prettier.
No.
But we saw in problem 1 where his first attempts didn't look that coordinated, and then he quickly improved and learned the move.
Oh, wow, that's that.
Wow.
That left foot,
that
full flick.
And, I mean, and look at the tension in his whole body, and you saw it on his face. That looked difficult.
What a boulder problem this is.
Yeah, and again, completely different method. I never would have guessed that there'd be so many different ways on this.
No. Drives those toes into the jib.
Yeah.
Careful on the slope, and now he does nothing to crimp up there.
Trying to balance, finding that foot. Yeah.
Got to stand on it, trust it, remove that left foot, and then find that blind hold, but there's a lot going on. Sneaks it down. He's so close. Not that time.
Most of the competitors have both their hands up on that slope. Yeah, he's realizing that he has to leave that right hand behind, which is less secure, but yeah, more committing now, trying to find that foot. Oh, just didn't quite find the balance. And not that he's one of the shorter competitors, but
yeah, pretty average in the Jakob.
Yeah, right in the middle, but still, he just didn't quite make it to that left foot before he...
I can't believe that.
Oh, he must be bummed because the way he stuck that move is probably not replicable ever.
No, it was so perfect. It was almost luck, you know?
Totally. It was a miracle.
All right, here he goes again. Better on the mantle.
Honestly, the mantle just looks like a...
And he's a very, very good outdoor climber as well.
Yeah, yeah. Though he mostly climbs the hardest overhanging routes in the world.
Yeah,
you don't really know him for his mantles.
No, you don't. I've never seen him in font, sort of struggling.
Yeah, exactly.
Like wailing his way over.
Yeah, beach whale.
Yeah.
It's going again.
All right, a minute on the clock for Jakob.
Though, in some ways, I think he's doing it that way because he did it the first time. He knows it works. It's better just to do what he did, you know.
Exactly.
I'm sure he could do it in a more elegant way, but why bother if you have a way that works? Just.
He thought about the spin at the beginning.
Yeah, but then he did it the other way. That's...
Yeah, 42 seconds, not really enough time to change your beater, is it?
Mm-hmm. Oh. That was such an unlikely way. I wonder if he can replicate that.
It's the first time we've seen him look a bit flustered. No. Oh, he's done, isn't he? He knows.
He knows that he just botched it.
Yeah, and you get the feeling the momentum has changed for him. After that, the previous boulder, you know, where he could have jumped into the lead, I think it's slightly gone off the boil for Jakob.
Mm-hmm.
Still a boulder to go, though. It's still something. He knows how close.
He might be feeling a little fatigued.
Yeah, at least
it's funny because he still did better on the second boulder than anybody else did. Mm-hmm. So it's, you know, maybe a missed opportunity for him, but he still outperformed the whole field on it. So
yeah. And do remember, Jakob will want to win, obviously, but he is in the prep for the Olympics. You know, winning World Cups would not be on his radar.
Yeah, this is a training comp, basically. Though I suspect that they all want to win once they're in finals.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, he's a consummate competitor.
Well, when Janja won her gold medal, she competed a couple of weeks later in Slovenia, and I was like, why are you here and not on a beach? She was just like, well, I want to win.
Yeah, when she's like, what else do I have to do? I mean, you're the best competitor in the world. You just go out and win.
Super close.
Yeah, if anybody can't make zone on problem 4, I mean, they'll probably drop quite a ways.
Yeah.
Unless nobody makes zone on problem 4.
Yeah, which might happen.
Yeah, which might happen.
Who knows?
Because it also looks impossible.
Well, it's facing the audience, pressing up into the corner, into okay holds, and then into pockets, which are a bit nasty, the zone hold one especially.
Also with no feet, so canvassing on the pockets.
Yeah. Into a completely no texture see-through hold. We've seen a few of them at this competition, and there's the top.
Oh, I hate to say that because it's very unconventional, you know, by 10 years ago standards. And then the whole second half is another very fast coordination, very showy. I mean, it's a nice way to finish the comp.
It is. Have they got the skin and strength, though, at this point? A lot of climbing.
I wonder how fatigued they're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, often they go and have a session the day after a comp. So
Yeah, in a way, they've only done 16 minutes of hard effort. So,
it's
you know,
easy.
yeah, yeah, it's not easy,
No,
but
I know.
okay, he's present. And he's doing a face in. Interesting. Because
Yeah, well-
it was designed to be face out.
every time there's a face-out move, the athletes tend to not do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
he
why.
just made that look easy face in. So.
Yeah.
And easy going backward.
Like a rose move, this.
Oh, with
Brilliant.
2 fingers. He's not even bothering getting 3 in there.
Oh,
Maybe he should have, though.
yeah. I love this, like, off the...
That's not even a hold. It's
Yeah.
like there's just nothing.
Someone put an interesting comment, which I read, saying how, look, because there was a lot of people who don't like it, fair enough, but people were saying, look, there are rock types where it's either super polished, you know, it's not like it doesn't exist in the real world. Bad.
But not like that.
Not like that, but we're taking things to extremes. But it was an interesting point of view, I thought. Oh, he makes it work.
Wow, easy. Oh, wow. You could see him going for the paddle, but not wholeheartedly. I mean, he looked like he was almost in control in the blue hold, and then kind of haphazardly went again to the red one above it. But the route setters were describing it as one quick sequence to do all 3 paddles.
Yeah. So he faces in again, turns around the corner, hits these pockets, and look at this right hand if he manages to make it work. Oh,
Wow.
he slid down.
Yes, he pauses. Oh, and he almost stops again.
Yeah, and you can see the way he twisted his weight there. He wanted to stop because he's got to kind of flick it the other way to carry on driving.
It's interesting that when he crosses through to the zone pocket, he's taking it as sort of like an open...
Try to stop a
cover
wound.
it up.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
'cause
okay.
you have to be quick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, he goes again, feet up. There's a nasty little thumb in there, by the way. It's tiny hold.
Looking good.
All right, back to, oh, God, back to...
Wow. Looks like a kid playing on the monkey bars. Oh.
Different kind of method, but similar idea. But his comp is
Yeah,
done.
that's good effort.
Well, sitting in second place at the moment. So Soto will not probably go backstage. He'll now go to a... Usually there's a hot seat on the edge of the stage where he can watch everyone else.
Maybe that's the beauty of no text, is that at least he didn't lose any skin.
That's true,
As
yeah.
he slides down.
There's no friction to be had.
Yeah.
Now, Serato is known for being good at these moves.
Let's see if he'll choose to go face in or face out. I think we are seeing a Japanese language thing, in that the Japanese climbers are all trying similar types of bait on each problem.
I think so. But the problem with face in is what he's struggling with, which is your shoulders kind of hyperextend and it pushes you out. Whereas if you're
and
facing.
you know, he's still doing it just pretty well.
Yeah. I can't believe
Oh,
he's
very controlled.
crimped that thumb as well.
Oh, just gentle. Yeah, see, he's getting more fingers in that pocket. Oh, really smooth.
Yeah, he has got 3, you're right.
Yeah, and just stops.
And he is going to
And
stop.
he is stopping.
Oh.
Oh, and he's putting the foot. Oh, wow.
This is risky on the no-tex, though. He did slide, but he held it just.
Wow. It's funny because the route setters didn't think. Do you think they're sort of secretly trying to burn each other off?
It's interesting.
Well,
isn't it?
not so
the
secretly.
coaches will be very neutral.
You mean the coaches won't favor any in
Yeah,
particular?
no, well,
they
said-
have to. Yeah,
yeah.
they can't favor any athletes.
I think generally they're pretty psyched on everyone else doing well, especially at this level. They're all not really vying for places.
Yeah.
Look at this for
Wow.
Serato. Stops against Wild.
Wow. On the no-tex, just.
And it didn't pop the foot this time. He
Wow.
stops again.
Wow.
That is possibly the win there for Serato.
And the audience is going crazy. Yeah, 3 tops in the zone, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't be beaten.
Yeah,
right?
so that's the
yeah,
win.
so he just won.
And Serato,
can-
I've never
I
seen him
think
that
he knows it.
emotional.
Yeah.
He's almost in genuinely, that's the first
amazing.
time. Wow, well, Serato with
Good
that
for him.
gold. I mean, he came on the scene last year and we were all kind of, you know, maybe he's that good, and he showed us how good he was. He won the overall for lead and boulder, qualified for the Olympics last year, and is taking the gold here in Salt Lake.
And anytime you break the beta in a way that the setter said couldn't be done, you know that you're performing at a very high level.
Yes. Let's see it again.
And using the no-tex. And the thing is, when he does it that way, it looks like it should be the way.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
So
that was the...
that was the fail.
Yeah. And then the other time his foot stays on. Yeah, just look at the tension. Just, wow, keeps that foot and then immediately moves it up. Wow.
It looked like jugs.
Yeah, yeah. That's so impressive.
Well done, Serato. That made me a bit emotional. You don't see him react like that usually.
Yeah.
All right, Yannick. Your turn.
This is his chance to suddenly jump quite a ways, because if he can top this one, he's right back in there.
Yeah, that slab before was huge for him. Needed it. So 4 minutes before he can have a rest. In 6th, he can go right. Faces out.
Face out. I really think there's a language thing going on. It's so interesting.
I wonder if it's easier, though, or looks easier. Let's see.
Well, this still does not look very easy.
No, a similar move, isn't it?
I mean, and sort of like more gross in a way.
Yeah, the audience gets to watch you do
like
this.
He's about to tear both his menisci in one terrible move. I know, I think they like setting the face out because it's so audience friendly.
Yeah.
But, you know, do they keep going face in again?
Yeah. I think it actually looked more awkward, but then it's that start, isn't it? I did not know, by the way, the plural of meniscus is menisci.
I just made it up. I have no
Did
idea.
you? All right.
Yeah, I'm just...
I spent the last couple of minutes thinking about it. I was like, is it meniscuses? No, sure.
Meniscus? I don't know.
That's what I was thinking about.
Well, it's because you rarely see a move where you tear both your knees in one move.
And we don't want to see it either.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No. All right, Yannick.
But he's doing it in a much more conventional method this way. But
I don't know, that's not.
Well, that wasn't. But the face in and the normal stemming does seem more normal.
Well, he wants a brush. Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was
nobody's
asking
allowed
for
to talk to him?
Yeah, just ignore him.
Yeah.
No, I thought he was asking for a brush, but I think he was maybe just checking something with judges. Right, squishes himself into the corner.
This is an example of a competitor looking like they just don't quite fit the box the same way.
Yeah, you're right.
But that could be mobility, that could be shoulder mobility even. I mean, there's so many factors that go into this. But yeah, you see how he's struggling to get his feet established in the stem. And it's like maybe just a little more hip.
More dust in the light there as he jumps in once again.
It's a tough start when you have to jump into that position. Yeah. And I guess he has to get both his feet on the opposing sides, at least tag it, because that's the official start. Oh, close. It feels like if he had another 5 minutes, he might be able to. Oh, interesting that he's given up with 40 seconds.
Yeah, it's something he doesn't like to do. And there was that famous, I would give everything to get last.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, Meichi's much taller, so I wonder if he fits into this box now, or he just cheats his way through, or does something totally different.
Yeah, this is an example, though, with the way the start tag is. He has to establish in the same box. So it's not like he can start a move higher.
Yeah, he can't reach through.
Yeah, he can't skip the starting move. And he's trying to go face in also. This is going to be even harder if you're bigger.
There's a lot of Meichi to fit in that space.
And yet, look at that mobility. He just squeezes right in there. Yeah, he's been doing his yoga.
He has, hasn't he? Not quite.
But not quite enough, yeah.
Yeah,
it looked like he was going to explode out of there.
Yeah, for Yannick, this must be... It's tough, I think, being in that hot seat position.
No, Meichi's trying it the other way now. I like seeing the competitors try different things every time. Now he's just trying to figure out even to get both feet on so that he can start. Oh, cool. Instead of the... I
think he wants to stop on those red holds.
Yeah, he should, but...
All right, he faces out again.
Yeah, it seems like he almost figured out the move. Meichi, here we go.
Huge drop knee.
Man, that is a tough way to end. On the palm again. Oh, wow. He caught that on the tip of his 2 fingers.
No, feet first.
Oh, no.
Through, and the women's semi-final and final is taking place tomorrow. Semi-finals 10 a.m., final 6 p.m.
Am I doing this with you as well?
I hope so.
Both? Yeah, cool.
I haven't lined up anyone else. So
Perfect. I'll be there. I'm psyched.
Yeah. Semi-finals is very different.
This is my first time commentating, so I can't be any worse than right now.
You're doing very well.
By tomorrow, I'll be even better.
No, you're doing good.
Determine whether or not he injured a finger on that first, on that last attempt.
So how broken am I?
Yeah. He's like, can I try this again? But it's the last problem, so you got to leave it all on the table.
Exactly. All right. Oh, he wraps his palm down.
Oh, man.
But
it's interesting that the first 2 Japanese competitors were able to establish control on those red holds and stop, and then have a lot more control moving into the pockets.
Yeah. Meichi rubbing his hip.
Yeah, he's injured for sure.
All right, well, yeah, Gianluca Posch comes out.
Gianluca's about to do something terrible with his thumbs on this.
Yes.
we are ready to witness greatness.
All right, so Gianluca Posch, I can't remember the scores. I'm not sure, I don't think he can, well, he can't win it, obviously, but I don't think he can really make podium either. Now, let's see. Maybe.
Honestly, I'd have to see the scores again. It's too hard to keep track of.
I've just got so into this. I've sort of lost track.
I get so fired up on the movement. I'm just like, what are they doing? Oh, look, and he's taped up. He obviously got injured on one of the last bombs.
Well, he's 4th, so can make podium. Silver in 4 attempts. There we go. Thank you, graphics guys.
Oh, wow. Are they listening to us? Is anyone listening to us?
I hope so.
And look, he is doing the crazy backward thumb.
It is. You're right. You called it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you
think all the other terms in climbing came from? Just somebody saying it with authority.
Triceps in action.
He looks
there.
good getting into that position. And honestly, he looks great on that thumb.
He does. He'll have to get his thumb routines here.
He looks really poised.
Oh, that's nasty.
He's going backward.
It's a medical attention in there. But it's going to affect this move because look at the knee. I mean,
does that still count as a start if he, because he never got his, but he still has to touch the other starting hold before he can officially. So you see, he's trying to figure out how to. Okay, so does that count? I guess so.
No one's called him down, so yeah, I guess so. Oh wow! So he skips
trying
that middle.
But it feels like this is something he's improvising because he's trying to. Like, do you need someone to kiss your boo-boo? Because that looks really painful.
I'm glad you had. I had that instinct. I don't have kids. There's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's like he looks hurt.
Yeah, he's still pushing through. What grit from
I mean, I respect the effort. Oh,
he's in. Come
tremendous.
On, get this. No, he's been called down. No, he's. The judge went crazy. This. I'm not sure this is going to count. Look, he is being called off the wall. Oh no. And there's going to be a bit of a conversation. So the judge was waving, but Gianluca obviously didn't hear it. He carried on, and this is and he's. Oh my gosh.
That just breaks my heart.
And he made sure of it that time, didn't he? And there goes the buzzers. And and this might be an appeal situation here. He's not happy.
That does seem fair to appeal. Though honestly, he should just chill. Well, really, he should find out whether or not getting the zone is going to change his standing. Because if it's the difference between 4th and 5th, he should save his knee and just go start icing immediately.
But I mean, he won't know. He can't see the scoreboard. So.
Well, but doesn't his... You just don't want to see him actually get hurt.
Well, we hope he's okay. He'll go away and ice it up, and we'll see tomorrow. But he can have a rest now. Jakob Schubert, final climber out, final boulder.
Should we do some side betting as to whether or not he goes face in or face out?
I think face out.
That's what I'm going
to say.
Hey,
look
good
at
call.
that.
Look at that. That's why you're the professional. Wow, and look how nicely he... I was about to say face in, but...
Almost sat on that foot then in the corner.
And with the palm again.
Yeah.
Wow, and very well controlled.
The core required to stand up like that is insane.
Yeah, he's been doing his core. Oh, wow, what control.
He's got to flick that foot around the corner, though.
Wow, and just stabs it perfectly.
Oh, wow.
And chalking up, that just makes me... That's like disrespectful to the other competitors.
But he has got his fingers in now a bit better, but he's burnt a lot of energy doing that.
Yeah, didn't quite get in the pocket.
Yeah.
He's just won so many comps.
Yeah.
Does he remember all the seconds and thirds?
He's got this crazy brain for climbing.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so he knows his stats.
I think he'd know.
Yeah, he knows, okay.
Whether it really affects him, who knows at this point.
I'm sure it's not affecting his self-esteem.
No, God, no.
Very smooth. He just gets his fingers right into that pocket, and this time he's learned.
Yeah, much better.
And he has 3 fingers, too. Oh, just didn't quite nail the no-tex. Over the course of 4 minutes, somebody can just master some totally new... Oh, look at this.
Facing out again.
Yeah. Same...
In palm
he's bleeding. They're not going to stop him?
No, I mean, it's close. They might not have seen it either. It's not kind of flowing.
That's true.
Yeah.
So he can just start
smear it all over.
Yeah.
1 minute for Jakob Schubert. Not comfortable that time.
I wonder what the difference was. It's so hard to see the subtlety.
It's a physical move. He might just be getting tired.
You see that? He started and then he realized that he hadn't established control with all 4 and then reset.
And by the way, there is an appeal on that Gianluca judging, and he might have to climb again, which is interesting. So we'll see how that develops.
I don't know how I feel about that.
He doesn't have to, but he has the option to.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if you're the... Oh, he overshot it. He was on the top, and then he slid down the whole thing.
Yeah.
22 seconds. Is it worth going? Though he is the one that topped Boulder 1 at literally 0 seconds. So.
Yeah. And he just only kicked it that time. I'm not sure that's going to count either.
2 seconds. Is it worth going? Though he is the one that topped Boulder 1 at literally 0 seconds. So.
Yeah. And he just only kicked it that time. I'm not sure that's going to count either. No, Jakob's definitely done now. Well, that was a brilliant
That was
battle
a good
from
effort.
Jakob, yeah. Now, there might be a little pause here. We usually would move on quite quickly, but because there's this appeal, we're just going to have a look. So just to let you guys know what's going on at home. Serato, we know, has won it, but Jan-Luca Posch obviously does make a difference to possible podium, so maybe Jakob will be pushed out.
Wait, does it matter for podium? He could move into third?
Well, the
I
fact
wanna
it's
see the
being
scoreboard
appealed
again.
and the fact Jan-Luca's not there is interesting, because he was in fourth, Jan-Luca, so it would make sense. But it's interesting, we'll see. But look at that from, and those two, Serato and Jakob, are good friends. And like Serato's almost teaching, look, this is the conversation.
It's just, okay, I see.
So Jakob gets his bunch of flowers, which is one of my favourite parts to see. If they've scrimped on the flower bill, they haven't. That's very nice.
Did they win money for these comps?
They
must,
do,
right?
yeah, there's money. Don't ask me how much, I haven't actually got a clue.
Is it enough to live off of,
No.
you think? No.
No, it's not.
Is it enough to even fly to the comp and back?
Just about.
So they're actually all going negative to come to the comps. They're not even covering expenses.
It's hard, yeah. I'm going to stay politically quiet on this one. But yeah, we'd certainly like to see the athletes getting more money, of course. Well, Serato with a huge smile, yeah. He was, I couldn't believe how emotional.
He looked moved on the end of the
I wonder why it meant so much to him. Because he's won before.
Maybe because it was very hard.
Yeah,
he was impressed that he did it.
He's like, wow.
I mean, we were certainly impressed that he did it.
I was, absolutely. Okay, well, they will leave the stage now. We'll get set for the podiums, and someone hopefully will grab Serato. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, throwing flowers?
Oh,
what
we're back
waste.
to that. This was a thing a year ago, and everyone stopped doing it because they wanted the flowers because they were quite nice.
I know, those are nice flowers.
No, we're returning
They
to
must
this.
all be single. I definitely would have saved those for my wife.
I hope your wife is listening.
Yeah,
Big brownie
she's for sure not
Oh,
listening.
no. We'll replay this, clip it out,
Yeah,
send
I will.
it to her. Listen,
I will.
Look, I would have given
Actually, it's a running joke in the relationship that I always tell her that I thought about buying her flowers, but I never actually buy them. But I feel like the thought counts.
It definitely does. But you could go, being you could go into the audience and ask someone for the flowers and they'd give it to her. They'd give it to you. You have to go, Alex. So
Okay.
I'll say goodbye and maybe see you for a bit of speed in a bit.
Okay.
But definitely
I'd love to.
for semi-finals tomorrow.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Probably do speed too.
Awesome. Thank you,
See you in a
Alex.
little
See you in a
bit.
bit.